Hi, Democrats. Today is Tuesday, November 29th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Happy Tuesday. So I'm going to call it Happy Tuesday because as yesterday I was talking to you about some of the bills that are already being introduced. There's another bill that's being introduced, and that's from Senator Thompson, who is also a Republican, but he's introducing a bill that's going to restore the power of the tourism department. So when our current governor became governor, one of the first things that he did was seek to consolidate power, giving himself the ability to name, appoint, combine boards and such. And so what happened was that we had a lot of power concentrated in one position. And then what did we get out of that? We got scandal, corruption, cronyism, and we got Republicans even having to try to figure out how to navigate a world where they don't want to trash talk their guy, but they see the dangers that are happening. And so Senator Thompson has introduced a bill that's going to restore the power to the tourism department, making sure that the governor can only fire someone for cause and not because he's mad at them, not because they're not his guy. So it's beginning to happen when even they are seeing what's going on, when even the other side is saying our guy is causing us problems and we will submit bills to restore the balance of power. So that's a bill that I thought I'd just kind of put in front of you guys, let you know that's happening, and maybe that's a harbinger of good news, goodwill, that everyone is seeing what happens when you have one party rule and folks seem to be above the law, above the rules. So that's good news. Now on to not so good news. OG&E and PSO have again come to Oklahoma and said, hey, we need to raise your gas prices, your energy prices, your electric prices. PSO, this is the third time this year that PSO has asked for a hike. And of course, they're going to ask for the third time because the first time they asked for a hike, they got it. The second time they asked for a hike, they got it. And now they're back the third time. Now, here's the catch, and here's why this is an issue, because I want the lights to flick on every time I hit the switch. I want for my house to be the right temperature when I walk in. So I want to have my utilities. I want them to be working. Here's the trick, though. They're asking us to pay for the rebuilding of their infrastructure, so they say. They're asking us to pay to recover the losses that happened when we had a storm. But they're asking us to pay that while they're pocketing profits, record-breaking profits. So they're saying, we know we need to fix some stuff, but we want you guys to pay for it while we continue to rake in the profits. We don't want to spend any of our money on operations. We want you to pay for operations. We want you to pay for everything. And we all know, if you're a small business owner, if you're a large business owner, you have to take the money you make to fix your product. But what PSO and OG&E are doing is they're saying, we want to take the money we make and we want to make sure that our shareholders get fat. And we want you, the consumer, to have to keep taking it. Just keep taking it on the chin, keep raising the bill. And they've asked for a 10% increase. Not a 3% or a 2%, but a 10%. And it's because they've asked twice already this year, and twice already this year, our Corporation Commission said yes. So why wouldn't they come back? I'm going to ask you, and it's pretty easy. If you go out to the corporation website, it says, contact your commissioner. You click on the commissioner and it sends them an email directly. Send them an email telling them how you feel. I know how I feel. I feel like they've gotten enough raises on the backs of us while they profit. This is not a matter of they don't have the money to fix it. It's a matter that they don't want to spend their money to fix it. They want to continue to spend our money to fix it. And I say we push back. I say we let our corporation commissioners know that they need to divulge their profits. And then they also, after they divulge their profits, they need to ask us for it again and explain why we should pay for it instead of them. I think that's an easy ask. I don't think that that's too much to ask, but that's what we have to do as a consumer. We have to say to our corporation commissioners, stop, no more, uncle. And so go out to oklahoma.gov/OCC.html, and that's Oklahoma Corporation Commission.html. That will take you to the site where all you have to do is type in your name and how you feel about it and hit send, and it will go directly to the inbox of the Corporation Commission. And each one of the commissioners has an inbox, and they're not supposed to be, they're statewide. So it's not, this one is for Northeast Oklahoma and this one's for Southwest Oklahoma. They are statewide. So I encourage you to send an email to all three of them so that they can't get up and say, well, we didn't hear that the consumers weren't happy. We want them to have to deal with the fact that consumers are saying enough. If OG&E can post record profits, they can fix their own infrastructure. If PSO can report record profits, they can support their own infrastructure. We don't have to keep paying. We don't have to keep taking it because they don't want to. But that's what happens when we stay silent. So I'm encouraging you in this time, stop staying silent. So another thing that I want to encourage you and remind you about is that we have filings all over the state for different offices, for school boards, for municipal offices, for city councils, and special elections in some districts. I'm asking you to look inside and see if you're the one who needs to run or if you know someone who needs to run. Filing is next week, December 5th, 6th, and 7th, and it's time for folks to step up. But, if you're going to ask somebody to step up, please, if you're going to ask them to step up, support them. If you're going to ask them to step up, donate to them, show up to their events, make sure that they feel supported because they're out there with their name on the ballot. They're out there as a target, and they need to know that the person who said, hey, will you run, is behind them. So it's not just the November elections that we need to be concerned with. We need to be concerned with all the elections. And traditionally, Oklahomans don't show up for the election in February. Let's surprise them. Let's put somebody on the ballot that you will show up for. It's not too late. Go out to your county election board and see what offices will have filings next week, and file if it's in your heart to file, or look at it and see if you know a person that you would vote for. All righty, and if you're not sure how to help them, connect them with your county officers, the chair, the vice chair, secretary, affirmative action folks, and they will help them find the resources that they need to run. All righty. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll be back here tomorrow at 4:15. You guys have a great evening.